Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Now in this video we are going to look at this question which is of medium level difficulty, and this is quite easy if you know the concept that we have covered in our easy level question. If you are a regular solver of easy level questions, then there is nothing new about this question. You can easily do it. You just need to connect the strings and not in literal way, connect the links, if I may say, connect the links between the logics, and you will be able to solve this quite easily. But if you're not able to do that, let's jump into the question and understand where you are getting stuck. Okay, so the question, let's jump into the question first, what it says. So let's say, for example, we have this array. We are given an array, okay, and we need to group that according to the size. What is size? This value that is given inside our array. Okay, so if I consider size 2, that means I will have, like, let me say this is a result. Okay, this is going to be a list of list. Okay, and it is going to have indexes of values which are similar to the size given. So in this case the size is 2. What is the index here? 0. So this is going to be 0. And after that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After that, what is the another place that we have 2? It is the 5th position. So this is going to be 5. Okay, similarly for 1 we have only 1, right? So it is going to be just like this. And for 3 we have 2, 3 and 4 at 3 positions, and we have the size of our group, that is going to be 3. So this is going to be 2, 3 and 4, and we have to return this result. Okay, this list of list. Now there are other cases that you need to consider as well, that we'll consider. So first thing is order doesn't matter. Well, whatever you are returning, in that case the order doesn't matter. What do I mean by that is, let me take here this example, the example number 1 that we have. Okay, so if you will see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, there are so many 3s. Okay, we can create so many different types, so many different combinations of groups with 3 people inside that, right? So we can have 0, 1 and 2. Okay, 0, 1 and 2. We can have 0, 1 and 3. That is also fine. Otherwise we can have 0, 1 and 6, etc. So we can have any type of combination. It is fine. Your answer will be accepted. So how are we going to solve this? Basically we'll be taking 2 different approaches. First is going to be a brute force approach, and second is we are going to tweak that brute force approach a little, and we'll be optimizing that approach. Okay, so first of all, let's get started with the brute force approach here. So how are we going to do that? So first of all, let me take this example: 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3. Okay, at the end we need to return this result list. Okay, that is a list of list. Now what are we going to do here is that first of all we are going to go through this loop in a nested manner. Okay, so for the outer loop we are going to go like from, let's consider that as ith loop. Okay, for that what we'll do is, let's say this is given as group size, right? Okay, let me write it as gs group size. Okay, so this, what we'll do is gs of I, we will assign it not this way, we will assign to a different variable gs of I, the group size of I, that is in this case it is 3. Okay, after that what we'll do is, in our inner loop, that is the jth loop, let's call that, we will check what if this group size at j, if that is equal to size. Okay, then what we'll do is we will add this jth index, because we need index, right? We'll add this index to our temporary list. Let's say dot pushback, and this is going to be j. Okay, and after this is pushed back, right? So right now let's say it is 0. Okay, after let me do one thing, let me create this temporary list here. Okay, so first of all I have added 0, the 0th index, so it is going to be like this. And after that what we'll do is this value at jth index will convert it to 0, so that we do not encounter it again, because the outer loop is going to go normally, but jth loop is going to start from 0 every time, and we don't want to encounter the first 3 or whatever the values that we have encountered at the beginning multiple times. So for that what we'll do is we'll change this to 0. Okay, why exactly 0? Why not negative? You can change it to negative as well, but for the minimum value that we are going to have in this array is going to be 1, right? So the any value below 1 is fine. You can take negative as well. So yeah, so after this we can continue with this whole process again. So this is also equals to 3, like the gs of j is right now here, and now it is here. It was here, now it is here. Is this equal to size? Yes. So we'll add this and add this index, and then we'll convert this to 0 again. J is now here. Is it equal to size? Yes. So we'll add it here. Now if you will see here, we will check if temp dot size, if that is less than our given size or not, because we need to return this size, this temporary list, as soon as that is equal to the size that we want. I'm sorry, in this case it is 3. Okay, so as soon as it reaches the size of 3, what we'll do is we will add this temporary list to our result dot pushback temp. Okay, and since after this, as soon as this condition is reached, our loop will end, and this is going to be 0, and I will start from here. So as soon as we go on, we will slowly have 0, 1, 2, then we will have 3, 4 and 6, and at the end we will have 5. So the answer is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 5. Okay, this is going to be our answer. I hope you understood this. This is very smooth process. You don't have to there is no big deal here. Okay, but if you did not understand, let's jump into the code. It will be easier for you to understand over there. Otherwise, if you understood, you can try coding it yourself. Okay, so let's jump into the code here. I'm sorry. So first thing that we need here is that a vector, right? A list of list. Let me name it as result, and we want the length as well, right? Length that is equals to group sizes dot size. Now the outer loop. Okay, here we need to check what if group size at index I is equal to 0 or greater than 0. We will only continue if this group size is greater than 0, because otherwise we know that we have encountered that position and we have worked on that index, so it doesn't make any sense to continue on that, right? So what we'll do is we will check here if group sizes at I is greater than 0. Only in that condition we will continue, otherwise we will skip this loop. Okay, so it is going to be like size that is equals to, we want to remember that value, right? The size of the temporary vector that we are that we are going to have. Okay, now size is ready. Let's create the temporary list as well, or array. I don't know why I keep saying list. Okay, now we have temporary or vector as well. Now for the inner loop, what we'll do is j is less than length. We'll be going through the length of our whole group size, right? And we will have one more condition here. As you can see, we need to quit from this loop as soon as we reach this condition, like if the temp dot size is greater than or equal to size. Okay, So basically we don't want to go more than the size of our the group size that we have assigned here. So what we'll do is temp dot size, it should be less than size. Okay, and here we will check if group sizes at index j, if that is equals to size, what we'll do, temp dot push back, we'll add that index to our temporary vector, and we'll reassign at jth index to 0. Okay, after this we need to check if our temporary array, if that is temporary vector, if that is greater than 0 or not, because let's say we have created this temporary vector, right, but we did not add anything, and if without checking we add that to our result, it will give us wrong answer. So here we'll check if temp dot size is greater than 0. If it is, then we'll add this to our result. At the end I will simply return this result. Okay, let me submit this. Okay, it's really good. We are able to solve this, but as you can see, it is taking a lot of time, like 45 ms. Our submission is almost at the end of our bar or graph, right? So we don't want that. So let's optimize this. So how are we going to optimize this? Let me remove all this code. I hope you have taken note of this code. Okay, let me remove this code and let's jump into the optimized approach. How is that going to work? So for optimize, what we are going to do is one thing that is going to remain common is that our result list. Okay, the other thing is that we will be taking another vector, okay, whose size is going to be one more than the size of our given group, right? Because if you can see, if you'll see here, the group size is going to be equals to n. Okay, and the values that we have are going to be less than n, less than or equal to n. Okay, so we'll be creating another vector, 2D vector. Okay, because why? I will show you why. So let me create this temporary. Okay, and let's say we have right now, what do we have? Let me take this example of let's say okay, let me take 3 3 3 3 3 1 and 3. Okay, this is our not result, this is our group. Okay, this is group. Okay, and at the end this is going to be our result. Okay, okay, so temp. So what are we going to do is that, what is the current size of this? It is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so what are we going to do is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and plus 1, that is 7. Okay, it starts with 0 plus 1, so it is going to look like this. We are only giving the size of the rows, our size of columns is going to be dynamic, right? So we'll go through this loop. Okay, the group. Okay, and what we'll do is at this particular index, whatever this 3, whatever the value we encountered in group. Okay, so right now let's say it is 3. Okay, at third index, at third, this is this one, we will add this index. Okay, so this is what right now this is 0. Again it will continue, it is third, so at third index it is going to be 1. Again it is I, it is going to be 2. Now as soon as this is equivalent, the temp of I size, okay, temp ith dot size, as soon as that is equals to the size of our ith term, right, we will push this to our result. But as you can see, it is not possible to normally push that. We cannot like just do push back and add this list or add this vector to, I'm sorry, to our result. So for that, what we'll do is that, first of all, at result, what we'll do, we'll push back an empty vector. Okay, and at the end what we'll do is we will swap the result.back, that is, this will give us the final value in our result array. Okay, so at this point it is empty vector, I'm sorry. Okay, and we will swap this with temporary vector at ith index. Okay, so after this what will happen is that this will become empty, and result will have 0, 1, 2. Okay, and so on we can continue. It's really simple. I hope you understood this. It is not big of a deal. Okay, let's jump into the code, and if you did not understand, then you will be able to understand over there. So the first thing that we require over here is that our result, right? So let me create that. Vector int result. Okay, and the second thing that we require over here is that our temporary vector. So let me create that as well. Temp, and we are only going to provide the row size, right? The column size, that is going to be dynamic. So let me provide the column size here, group sizes dot size plus 1. Why is that? As we see that the group size, the length of the size is going to be n, and all the values that we have in our group array, okay, that is going to be less than n. Okay, so this is the maximum that we can go. So now let's go through our array. Let's say group sizes dot size and I plus plus. So now here we need the size first. Okay, size is going to be group sizes of I. Okay, and technically this is also the index, right? Because at this particular index we are going to have our group size, right? So let me give the same to index as well for clarity purpose. Okay, this is simply for clarity purpose. You can avoid this as well. I will show you at the end how we can remove this and all that. Okay, so now at this particular index, what we are going to do is that we are going to add our index I. Okay, and so by doing this our temporary array will get filled. Okay, so next is we'll check if this index dot size, okay, if that is equals to size, in that case what we'll do two things. First of all, we'll need to add an empty list in our result. Why? Because we need to swap the last element of the result with the value we have in our temporary array, so that whatever the final result that we get in our temporary array, we can push it to our final result array. Okay, so what we are going to do is swap result dot back. This back function will give us the last value, the final value, the ending value of any array, any vector. Okay, we have front and back, two values. Front will give us two functions, sorry. Front will give us the first value in our vector, and back will give us the last value in our vector. Okay, this we need to get like temporary of at the list that is at index in our temporary vector. Okay, and by doing so we are filling our result vector, and at the end we simply return our result. Okay, now let me submit this. Okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot parentheses. So as you can see, it's really that simple. The code was really short and sweet and simple. Okay, now this index, we can obviously remove this index from everywhere. Okay, and we can, instead of index, we can put size over here. So wherever I found index, I will put size. Okay, this is also like it's going to run its variable, just nothing else, but that was for readability purpose. Okay, So I hope you liked this video, and hope you learned something new and enjoyed it and understood everything that I said. Okay. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Do suggest me if you have any other problems for me to solve from any other platform. Do give me your suggestions. Okay, I will try my best to cover as much ground as possible based on your suggestions. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep coding.